What if I told you that some of the foods you
Oh
eat
my
every
gosh,
single
I
day,
can't believe it.
foods you
Is that
probably
really
believe are
you?
perfectly safe, maybe even healthy, are quietly destroying your gut health? That's right. Hidden in your pantry, your fridge, and even in the so-called healthy aisle at the grocery store are everyday foods that could be causing bloating, inflammation, low energy, digestive issues, and even mood swings. Scientists now call the gut our second brain because it controls so much more than digestion. It influences your immune system, your hormones, your metabolism, and even the way you think and feel. And when your gut is under attack, the rest of your body pays the price. In this video, I'm going to reveal the 10 everyday foods that secretly destroy your gut health, and you'll probably be shocked to see just how common they are. Stick around until the end, because not only will I expose these hidden gut wreckers, but I'll also give you some simple, science-backed tips you can start using right away to heal and protect your gut. So before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because what you're about to learn could completely change the way you look at food. Let's kick things off with one of the biggest hidden threats to your gut: refined seed oils. If you take a look at the ingredient label of almost any packaged food, chances are you'll see one of these: soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, or safflower oil. They're cheap, they're everywhere, and food companies love them because they extend shelf life and make foods taste crispy or smooth. But here's the truth no one tells you. These oils are not natural in the way olive oil or avocado oil are. They're industrial products. To make them, seeds are blasted with chemical solvents, heated to extreme temperatures, stripped, bleached, and deodorized, until what's left is a pale liquid that looks nothing like the original plant. Sounds delicious, right? Now here's why this matters for your gut. First, those extreme manufacturing processes create toxic byproducts, especially something called aldehydes. Once you eat them, these aldehydes don't just pass through your system. They embed into your cells, damage your intestinal lining, and disrupt the delicate balance of bacteria in your gut. And when your gut bacteria are out of balance, it sets the stage for bloating, leaky gut, low energy, and inflammation that spreads through your entire body. Think about it. You might be eating a salad and feeling healthy, but if the dressing on top is made with soybean oil, you're still hitting your gut with a powerful inflammatory punch. The same goes for that protein bar marketed as clean, but made with sunflower oil, or the bag of chips fried in canola oil. It's everywhere, and it's sneaky. Even worse when these oils are heated again, like in restaurant fryers where the oil is reused over and over, they become even more toxic. Those fries or fried nuggets may taste amazing, but to your gut, they're like swallowing fire. The inflammation they create doesn't just stay in your stomach. It seeps into your bloodstream and can affect your brain chemistry, your hormones, and even your long-term risk of chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. Here's the hopeful part. You have control. Swapping out refined seed oils for healthier fats is one of the most powerful changes you can make for your gut health. Replace that vegetable oil with extra virgin olive oil for cooking. Use avocado oil when you need higher heat. Add a spoonful of coconut oil when baking. And don't be afraid of natural fats like grass-fed butter. In moderation, they actually nourish your gut lining instead of tearing it down. The takeaway here is simple. Every bite counts. Your gut is either healing with the foods you give it or being damaged by them. By cutting out refined seed oils, you're not just protecting your digestion, you're protecting your energy, your mood, and your long-term health. Now let's move on to another hidden gut wrecker that many people believe is actually healthy: artificial sweeteners. Yes, the little pink, yellow, or blue packets you find at coffee shops, and the zero-calorie sodas and sugar-free snacks that promise guilt-free indulgence. Here's the catch. While artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin may save you calories, they can come at a serious cost to your gut health. Studies show that these sweeteners don't just pass harmlessly through your system. Instead, they actually change the composition of your gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living inside you that control everything from digestion to immunity to mood. When your gut bacteria shift in the wrong direction, you open the door to bloating, cravings, and even blood sugar problems. In fact, research has found that artificial sweeteners can trigger insulin resistance, the very issue most people are trying to avoid by cutting sugar in the first place. Imagine that. You skip sugar to be healthier, but end up making your metabolism and your gut even worse. And the impact doesn't stop there. Some artificial sweeteners have been linked to increased gut permeability, also known as leaky gut, where tiny cracks form in your intestinal lining, allowing toxins and partially digested food particles to slip into your bloodstream. This sparks inflammation, and over time it can contribute to autoimmune conditions, fatigue, skin problems, and more. What makes this extra dangerous is how sneaky these sweeteners are. They hide in diet sodas, sugar-free yogurts, protein powders, flavored waters, chewing gums, and even some medications. You may think you're avoiding them, but chances are they're already slipping into your daily routine. The solution? If you want sweetness without the damage, choose natural alternatives in moderation. Stevia and monk fruit are far gentler on the gut, and raw honey or pure maple syrup, while still sugar, at least provide natural enzymes and antioxidants that your body recognizes. The key is balance, not artificial shortcuts. So next time you reach for that diet soda or a sugar-free snack, remember, it might not just be saving you calories. It could be silently costing you your gut health. The next big offender on our list might surprise you because it's not just about junk food or sugar. It's processed meats. I'm talking about bacon, hot dogs, deli meats, sausages, pepperoni, and those prepackaged, ready-to-go meats that are so convenient. Now, don't get me wrong. Meat itself isn't the villain here. In fact, when it comes from clean, whole, grass-fed sources, it can be incredibly nourishing. The problem lies in what happens to meat when it's processed. To extend shelf life and improve taste, food manufacturers load it with preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, excessive sodium, and sometimes even added sugars. These chemicals may make the meat last longer in the fridge, but inside your gut, they can wreak havoc. Here's why. Nitrates and nitrites, once digested, can turn into compounds called nitrosamines, which are toxic and strongly linked to both gut inflammation and cancer risk. On top of that, the high salt content in these meats changes your gut microbiome, creating an environment where harmful bacteria thrive while beneficial bacteria struggle to survive. The result? More bloating, more inflammation, and a weakened intestinal barrier, and it doesn't stop there. Many processed meats are cooked or preserved in ways that generate advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These compounds contribute to oxidative stress and inflammation throughout the gut and the rest of your body. Over time, this ongoing assault makes it harder for your intestines to repair themselves, leaving you vulnerable to leaky gut and digestive issues. Think about how often these foods sneak into your diet. Maybe it's a quick ham sandwich for lunch, or grabbing pepperoni pizza on the weekend, or throwing hot dogs on the grill at a barbecue. One serving here, another there, and suddenly your gut is under constant stress without you even realizing it. The better choice? If you love meat, focus on whole, unprocessed options. Choose grass-fed beef, pasture-raised chicken, or wild-caught fish. If you want something quick, look for minimally processed options without nitrates, nitrites, or added sugars. And when it comes to flavor, season with herbs and spices, nature's way of boosting taste without the gut damage. Bottom line, processed meats may taste convenient and comforting, but for your gut, they're like poison disguised as protein. Every time you skip them, you're giving your gut a chance to heal and thrive. If there's one ingredient that has earned its reputation as a gut health destroyer, it's refined sugar. And I'm not just talking about candy bars or desserts. Sugar hides in so many everyday foods that most people don't even realize how much they're eating. Breakfast cereals, flavored yogurts, granola bars, condiments like ketchup, and even low-fat foods are often loaded with added sugar. Here's the problem. When you flood your body with refined sugar, it feeds the wrong kinds of bacteria and yeast in your gut. These harmful microbes thrive on sugar, multiply quickly, and begin to overpower the beneficial bacteria that keep your digestive system balanced. The result? Gas, bloating, and a weakened gut lining that sets the stage for leaky gut and chronic inflammation. And that's just the beginning. Excess sugar also spikes your blood glucose and insulin levels, which over time leads to insulin resistance, a condition strongly linked to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. But what many people don't realize is that this same process also inflames the gut. Every blood sugar spike is like a wave of fire crashing into your intestines, leaving behind damage that weakens your gut's ability to heal. Even scarier, sugar promotes the growth of candida, a type of yeast that can overgrow in the gut and cause everything from digestive problems to brain fog, fatigue, and skin issues. If you've ever felt sluggish or cloudy-headed after a sugar binge, you've probably experienced a taste of this effect. And let's not forget the emotional side. Sugar creates a vicious cycle of cravings and crashes. You get a quick high, then a crash, which leaves you wanting more. This roller coaster doesn't just affect your mood and energy. It puts constant pressure on your gut microbiome, keeping it in survival mode instead of balance. The good news? Cutting refined sugar doesn't mean giving up sweetness altogether. Natural options like raw honey, dates, or pure maple syrup, while still forms of sugar, come with enzymes, antioxidants, and minerals that your body can actually recognize and process. And when you reduce your sugar intake, your taste buds reset. Over time, fruits taste sweeter, your energy levels stabilize, and your gut begins to heal. Bottom line, refined sugar isn't just empty calories. It's fuel for gut damage. By reducing it, you're not just protecting your waistline. You're giving your gut the chance to restore balance, fight inflammation, and support your health from the inside out. Next up on our list is one of the most controversial foods out there, gluten and modern wheat. For decades, wheat has been marketed as a wholesome staple, the foundation of a healthy diet. But the reality is very different, especially when it comes to protecting your gut. Modern wheat isn't the same as the wheat our grandparents ate. Over time, it has been hybridized and genetically altered to increase yield and resistance to pests. The problem? This modern version contains much higher levels of a protein called gliadin, a form of gluten that is especially difficult for the human digestive system to break down. When you eat foods made from refined wheat, like bread, pasta, crackers, or pastries, these gluten proteins act almost like tiny shards that irritate and inflame the lining of your intestines. For some people, especially those with celiac disease, this reaction is severe and dangerous. But even if you don't have celiac, research shows that gluten can increase intestinal permeability, also known as leaky gut. This means tiny particles slip through the intestinal wall into your bloodstream, triggering immune responses and widespread inflammation. And that's not all. Wheat today is often sprayed with herbicides like glyphosate, which has been linked to disruptions in the gut microbiome. This chemical can wipe out beneficial bacteria, leaving harmful microbes to take over. Imagine trying to grow a healthy garden while constantly dumping poison into the soil. That's what happens in your gut when glyphosate-laced wheat becomes part of your daily diet. The effects don't stop at digestion. Gluten sensitivity has been linked to fatigue, brain fog, skin issues, joint pain, and even mood disorders. That's because the gut and brain are deeply connected. When your gut barrier is damaged, inflammatory signals travel straight to the brain, affecting your mental clarity and emotional balance. So what can you do? If you want to protect your gut, limit or eliminate refined wheat products. Instead, experiment with gluten-free grains like quinoa, buckwheat, or rice. Some people also tolerate ancient grains, like einkorn or spelt, much better than modern wheat. The key is to pay attention to how your body responds. At the end of the day, gluten isn't just a trend or a fad diet concern. For many people, it's a silent trigger of inflammation that damages the gut day after day. By cutting it back, you give your body a chance to heal, restore balance, and thrive with energy and clarity. Finally, we come to another everyday food that many people still believe is a health staple: dairy products, especially conventional milk and cheese. Now, here's the truth: dairy isn't inherently evil. Raw, grass-fed dairy in its most natural form can provide valuable nutrients. But the reality is that most of the dairy on supermarket shelves is heavily processed, pasteurized, and loaded with a problematic protein called A1 casein. And that's where the trouble begins for your gut. A1 casein is a type of protein found in milk from most commercial cows. When it's digested, it breaks down into a peptide that has been shown to cause inflammation in the gut. For sensitive individuals, this can trigger bloating, gas, cramping, and even chronic digestive issues. And even if you don't feel immediate symptoms, the low-grade inflammation can slowly wear down your intestinal lining over time. Cheese concentrates this effect even further. That slice of American cheese or that heavily processed shredded cheese blend may seem harmless, but it packs a high dose of A1 casein, salt, and sometimes additives that disrupt your microbiome. Over time, this constant irritation can contribute to leaky gut, fatigue, skin problems, and joint pain. And let's not forget the added hormones and antibiotics often present in conventional dairy products. These compounds not only affect your gut bacteria, but can also interfere with your immune system, setting off inflammatory reactions that ripple through the entire body. Think about how common dairy is in our culture. Milk in your morning coffee, cheese on your sandwich, a yogurt snack in the afternoon, and maybe ice cream at night. It's easy to see how this constant drip of irritants adds up quickly. The solution? If you love dairy, look for alternatives that are easier on the gut. Options like A2 milk, goat cheese, or sheep cheese are far less inflammatory. Fermented dairy products, like kefir or yogurt made from grass-fed milk, also tend to be more tolerable because the fermentation process breaks down some of the problematic proteins and sugars. And if dairy continues to bother you, plant-based alternatives like almond or coconut milk can be excellent swaps. The key takeaway is this. Conventional dairy might seem comforting and familiar, but for many people it's a silent gut saboteur. By choosing higher quality alternatives or cutting it out altogether, you give your gut the breathing room it needs to heal and thrive. So, there you have it. 6 everyday foods that could be secretly destroying your gut health. Refined seed oils, artificial sweeteners, processed meats, refined sugars, modern wheat, and conventional dairy. The scary part? Most of these aren't exotic foods you rarely eat. They're staples in the modern diet, hiding in your pantry, your fridge, and even in foods that are marketed as healthy. The good news is this. By becoming aware of them and making smarter swaps, you can take back control of your gut health starting today. Your gut really is the foundation of your overall health. When it's thriving, you'll notice more energy, better digestion, clearer thinking, stronger immunity, and even a brighter mood. But when it's under attack, the effects ripple out into every part of your life. And the truth is, you have the power to change that with the choices you make every single day. So here's my challenge for you. Take a look at your diet this week and identify which of these gut-destroying foods you might be consuming without even realizing it. Start by swapping just one of them for a healthier alternative, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your body responds. And now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 6 foods surprised you the most? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one, and I can't wait to see your experiences. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button. If you found this video valuable, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss new content on how to live healthier, feel better, and take control of your well-being. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, take care of your gut, and your gut will take care of you.
Secretly destroy your
See you in the
gut
next
health.
video.